Just going to do a quick repeat. Tonight we're playing with the idea of sound waves and portraying the different possibilities of what they might look like. That's for anybody that might join us live on Zoom that I might have forgotten. Welcome, everybody. Heidi, Linda, Harold. We're drawing sound, however you might envision that. Flowing waves, percussive sounds, choppy, harmonic, disharmonic. Hey, Laurentia. Hi, Laurentia. We're I'm so happy to see you. It's beautiful. Tonight, we're just playing with the idea of illustrating sound. Okay? Oh, you're not connected to audio yet. Hi, Laurentia. Can you hear me now? Okay, good to have you here. So, what we're doing tonight is we're just playing with the idea of visualizing sound, however that might be, flowing sound, percussive sound, overlapping harmonics. You can be very abstract, you can be literal, you can listen to the music or just imagine it and play.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, in about 10 minutes, we'll be sharing. Okay, about another 5 minutes. Okay, we're just about done. So, do some of your finishing marks. Sign your work should you choose to do that. Not with that brush, I'm not going to. Okay. Here we go. Let me. Find my controls. Where is it? I got way too many windows open on my computer. I can't find anything. Hello, where are you? There we are. Okay, cool. We might as well get rid of this guy here for now. Okay. Well, how was that for people tonight? Look at most of you stuck around. We only had a few jam. And I don't know about you, but I didn't end up where I expected at all. Well, I don't know if I had any expectations tonight. But tonight I just let loose. I think I took my own advice and I went, no failure tonight, just play. And so I did. And I went somewhere where didn't try to impress anybody, so I won't be surprised if nobody's impressed. All right, so we'll get one of our regulars to go first so that everyone else can see what approach we take here. I'm thinking maybe, Deb, you know what to do, so I'm going to go with you. So if you guys go to the speaker view, I'm going to spotlight people so they're nice and big on the screen and show their stuff, and you can unmute and talk about what you're seeing. And
not where I was expecting to go either, but
I like the contrast of the green flowing out with the purple flowing across, kind of thing going on there, and it's created some beautiful patterns. Oh, I'm going to point right here where you can't see where I'm pointing, but in the upper right corner, I just love the complexity that's going on in that upper right corner there. Well, that's the upper left, and I do like that center focus, but over there, yeah, I like that complexity of variety of overlapping shapes going on there. Anybody else? You can go ahead and talk. You can turn on your mic. I'm seeing some thumbs up.
I like it. I like it, Dan. It's interesting. It's really interesting.
What media were you?
I'm trying to follow from one thing to another. I'm having a hard time.
What media were you working in tonight? There, Doug.
I was using calligraphy pens and ink.
Yeah.
That to get what I wanted was this thick, thin kind of.
Yeah.
That you can really see with the bigger lines, less so with the little ones, but it's there.
Now that I'm seeing that, I'm going, that's exactly what I wanted. How come I didn't think to do that? Because I work with that all the time. But it's gorgeous. Yeah, it's the thick thing, thin thing. And it's easy to, I used to use dip pens all the time, and I had every single one. And there's so much fun to play with, but you can do it digitally as well. But yeah. So any kind of chisel point, guys, if you're using it one way, you'll get a wide line, and you use the other way, you get a nice thin.
Very neat.
Calligraphy oriented. Cool. Awesome. All right. Cool. Who'd like to go next? Just hold it up and I'll see if I can spot you.
I'll go.
Who?
I did one. I don't know if you guys can see it at all.
Who's speaking? I can't find you.
Bring it up to the.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
My daughter.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, your microphone's cutting in and out.
Oh, beautiful.
Say something about yours. You have to hold it.
You hold it very still. You got a very slow internet connection there.
Yeah, you got to hold it still.
Oh, there. Okay.
Oh, I'm seeing music notes.
You
I'm
gotta say
seeing them
something about
flying out.
You gotta.
It like reminds me of like these pictures that Mom drew about like the tree with all the colors, and I put music with the tree of all the colors.
A tree of music. That's a brilliant idea.
So it kind of reminded the tree that you.
That's awesome.
That's a brilliant concept.
So since we're here,
And that's Mom's.
so I know it's just for me. I enjoy colors. This is charcoal. So I was working. Not. Oopsies. It's just something more. I like feeling like the music and just kind of brushing. And so it's something very basic, but
It's got
I quite enjoy it.
A beautiful, peaceful flow to it.
Yeah, and that's kind of how music is interpreted to me. I find it's a very peaceful, beautiful thing in general. So yeah.
And that's mostly what I've been playing. So you'll be surprised when you see my piece, which I must have had a rave going on in my head when I drew mine, but yours is definitely beautiful, peaceful thing. Thank you very much. Hey, you guys, it's your first time joining us. So glad you made it.
Thank you.
Okay, Jen, are you ready to go? Jennifer?
Yes, it's not very interesting, but.
Oh, now don't tell us what to think about it. We'll figure that out.
Well, you'll figure it out.
I want to actually play that.
I like that a lot.
Wow.
And you know what? What I see there is the process. And did you just draw it freehand?
No, I used a guide.
A guide? But just the process, it's so meditative. Just like one line, the next, and it's just like a sound graph that you'd see. Yeah. And just the calming process. And I love those little gaps and how irregular they are. And in my brain, I want to imagine, what is the sound? Is it someone speaking? Is it music? Is it someone singing? What's going on there? I'm intrigued to know what that sound is. So I find it very interesting. I find it's like my brain is already going like, what does that sound like? Is that someone whispering like I'm doing right now? I have no idea. It's very cool. All right. Josie, we're going to pop over to you. Wowza. Oh my.
Yeah. So my inspiration was kind of, I guess, the idea of what if sound waves were like an ocean, and what would they look like crashing into each other and crashing into, I
Into
guess,
the
a
shore.
sound beach? Yeah.
Yes.
Absence.
You know what? Just before you started talking, that's exactly what was popping into my mind. I'm going, oh, there's a shore and there's waves. Oh, absolutely. It's brilliant.
Thank
It's
you.
very cool.
It's
I love
neat.
it.
Yeah, it turned out more jagged than I expected it to, but
Well, it's choppy waters. And that could, think about what kind of music is that going on there? It's a bit intense. It's got some pretty intense percussion or bass rhythms going in there or something. I like the contrast to the blue with the red. The red is so jaggedy and the blue is a little, even though it's still edgy, it's not sharp like the red, and the contrast between the two. And that red is just hitting that shore and it's actually going inland. Makes me think of where I was. What, winter ago? 2 winters ago? The island of Yap? It kind of reminded me of that. All right, thank you so much. Sorry, if other people had comments and things, go for it. Let's go to Lynn.
Well, I never seem to follow, but I will show you what I've done. I didn't put colors because I didn't really want colors. And I just found that I was picking up sounds here, and then I was picking up different sounds here, and it was like, oh my gosh. So I just kind of went along with different things that I was picking up. I was picking up things that were coming from above, like up here. And then it was like a whooshing sound every once in a while. And I would stop and I would hear like these sounds that are going all together. And wait, I don't know what I was picking up, to be honest with you. So
It kind of feels like if we were to make a sketchbook and go, oh, and record, and then I heard this, and then I heard this, and it kind of has that absolutely that feel.
That was exactly, you picked up exactly what it was. That's exactly what was going through me. Yeah. It was.
And there's all these different kinds of notations, each that's appropriate to that particular sound or that experience. That's pretty brilliant.
Yeah, and I just couldn't put colors to it at all. But
Doesn't need it. Does it?
But
No,
ping
that's
me
great.
every once in a while. And yeah. Anyways, so that's
great.
what I did tonight. Thank you.
Getting some thumbs up there, especially from
It's
Linda.
good.
We're going to go with Linda. Linda,
Okay, well, I went completely out of my element. I used things that I don't normally work with. And I really would think I went back to childhood. And I feel like mine started to pick so many voices in my head right now. And so I'm going to share this with you. This is it.
Wow. That's cool.
Tilt it around a bit so we can see that surface and that
Pretty
texture.
cool. Yeah,
Oh
look
my
at the
goodness.
texture on that. That's awesome.
That's cool.
That is
So
some luscious sound.
What I used is, I actually used watercolor for my background. Randall, you'll be pleased. It was the bluish. And then I took metallic paint and it was acrylic. And I made lines along. And then I used a skewer to make the lines through the paint. And then I sprinkled it with some broken glass and some glitter.
Wow.
So
we're
that's
getting,
That's awesome.
that is some serious multimedia.
It's so beautiful.
your friend.
Oh yeah, I can see some of the pieces of glass. I can see the reflect. Oh yes.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, can I see
Wow.
those now tilt it around a bit.
Wow.
That,
It reminds me of like an adventure in a cave when like all the explorers when they hit like if they go into a cave like all of a sudden they see like all the sparkle of like the jewels and stuff.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that with all the colors hitting the light.
Mhm.
The big blobs are because I had it standing up in the course. Acrylic doesn't dry quickly. So I had to grab my hair dryer and try to dry it so it wouldn't drip all over. So anyway, that was my fun time tonight.
That's
It's-
so cool. That
That's
is
what I
really
want to
cool.
experience
I
in
like that.
person. I want to see that because it'd be delightful to see how that would play in different light. Like tomorrow, put it in the sunlight. See what you think of it.
Oh, yes, that might be beautiful. Yeah, I am sitting under quite a bright light, but it does
Yeah.
have quite a sheen to it. And yeah, it was
Okay.
fun anyway. Thank you.
You. Let's go to Heidi. Hi, Heidi.
Hi, I think I'm unmuted.
Yes, you are now.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was trying. Oh, my internet is kind of bad. Okay. So I'm not sure if I followed the rules, but I don't think there are.
no rules.
So I actually have 3. So this is my first guy.
Wow, that's
Oh, that's
cool.
pretty.
Pull
Very
it back just a bit. Pull it back. You're a little too close to the camera. There we go. Now we can see it all.
Yeah, lovely.
That's beautiful.
Okay. And then, I wanted to play with some charcoal and some pastels. So this was
Oh, that's neat.
That is
That's
neat.
really neat too.
and then I thought, oh, why don't I pull out my acrylics? So this was play number 3.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Very
Oh, my son
cool.
is telling me it goes this way.
I think that's the
That's so
ocean.
cool.
Is it the ocean?
I
It reminds me of plants or something in the ocean, like underwater.
So yeah, those are my plans.
Wow, it's very nice.
Your audio unfortunately is dropping out a bit for us.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's cool. You're doing the best you can. Your work is absolutely
I
astounding,
love it.
fascinating. And I have a weird association with those pieces. I think they got me going right from the beginning. You're not going to understand this. Chinese fantasy movies. The music, the landscapes, everything of them seem encapsulated in these 3 pieces. So guys, that says more about me than Heidi, but for me, that's actually a really wonderful thing. It makes me glow inside. So there you go. Take it or leave it. Let's go. Let's go with Christina. You're muted.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, now you're not. Ho ho ho.
Oh,
Oh, that's interesting.
Wow.
So,
There's a
what-
Is there a story?
No, I was just thinking about different sounds and what they might look like, trying to visualize different sounds, tones, tunes, I guess.
That's neat.
Christina, we always get echo with your audio, I'm afraid. Every time we speak,
Yeah,
we
and-
speak 10
And
times.
tonight it's really bad. I have to use I've got a what do you call it? A separate speaker because we couldn't hear you very well.
Okay.
Yeah, so sorry about
So
that.
we won't talk too much. We'll listen.
Yeah, that's why I haven't been making comments. We've just been like, oh wow, and everybody's stuff, and yeah, my speakers are bad. So
That was a
mine is
brilliant,
really
that was a collage piece, right?
yours, yeah.
It's beautiful. Loved it. Okay.
This is mine's weird.
I love that texture.
That is intense.
The colors are beautiful.
You have some metallics in there? It looks like some gold.
Yeah.
Tilt it around for us.
wow.
Oh, I'm seeing some patterns over top. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like you have the actual sound going along the top, and then the waves of sound kind of like they all come from this direction,
and at first they're chaotic, and then they kind of like you can
Coalesce.
start to make sense of the noise, but then it all kind of fades into like a sustained kind of mess. So I played with drops and I played with all kinds of stuff I don't usually do. So
Oh,
it was
fun too.
Like it. It's really cool. All right.
Thanks. I'm
Lori,
gonna
are
shut
you
my
ready?
mic off.
Okay. Lori, how are you doing?
There we go. Good, thank you. I heard it as almost like a lot of it sort of pulsating sounds, and then so much of it really spoke to me, almost like a lonely kind of sound. And then I started thinking about nature, and so I kind of put that on top. So
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I love the colors you've used. It's really beautiful.
I was just thinking how it was so like there was so much happening, but it was all sort of like it sort of seemed to come out from a center and kind of spread out and sort of pulsate a lot of it. And I thought there was lots of color in that. I would like to add a lot of texture and thing in between here, but I wanted to get the basic sort of feeling down for it. And I really had this sort of like very nature, but like out in the woods somewhere, but really lonely, really quiet, really, I'm not sure if lonely, more solitude, I guess is the word, not lonely, but solitude. And yeah, so I kind of wanted to just have just a few trees showing that rather than really crowded.
Well, that just builds on the elegant simplicity of the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
It's enough.
And any detail added texture and stuff would be in between these layers of sound. And I was just thinking how even in solitude in in nature, there's sound like just all around, and that the music kind of made me think of that. So
wonderful.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very good.
That is a beautiful, simple, elegant piece. I like it. I love the simplicity of it. Let's go with Irene. Are you going to show us this time?
Well, yeah. I do it each week, but I don't. This is really bad. I tried pastels, and I made. I wanted it to be brighter, and now it's all just a smudgy mess. But it looks like this.
Your camera is totally frozen, unfortunately. I think. Yeah. We'll give it a second to see if it. There, it's coming back. Oh, that is.
Whoa. Beautiful.
That's cool.
How did you do it? It's so translucent.
Yeah.
Bright as I want it to be. I don't know how to make it bright. I don't know how to make it pink. I don't know a lot of stuff about this stuff. But anyways, it was fun to get all smudgy and dirty.
It's
so really cool.
You really need to post that one for us in the Facebook group. I want to see that because with your video, we're getting some idea of it, but I'm loving that piece. It's just got such feeling of completeness of I'm feeling underwaterness and and a space. There's just some beautiful rhythms going on.
It reminds me of like a tropical.
Okay, wow. That was something. Okay. Harold and Lisa, how you guys doing? Don't be shy. Oh, yeah, that is playful and fun.
Cool. Lovely. Lovely.
Actually found some what's it called?
You're really quiet. We're not hearing a.
Oh, sorry. I actually found pastels. So I started with pencil crayon and I ended with pastels, and it made the color a little bit more vibrant than usual.
Yeah, and that's what brings a real sense of joy and play. And I love the overlapping and the contrasting shapes with each color. And yeah, that really works beautifully. That's neat. Thanks, Lisa. And Harold,
Okay, so
what you got for us here?
you're gonna see like a recurring theme here.
Okay. Well, it's not unusual for people in the same room to influence each other a little bit. It can happen.
Okay, you've already seen this once before,
Okay.
right? So some of the
Okay.
artists have already shown the various types of
Right.
sound. This was me listening to your music at the beginning. This is how it's sounding to me right now.
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
It's funny that you said sound today because I'm suffering from hyperacusis today.
Whoa. I don't even know what that is.
The sound gets very wonky and synthesized and
Yeah.
raspy and gargly goopy and
Kind of how your sound on the internet sounds to us right now.
yeah.
Okay.
Probably. And then I did this.
Oh, pretty.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Yes. Yeah. This is interesting because it combines some of that stuff we were doing way back when we would just draw squiggly things and then play with the colors and the shapes.
Exactly.
Right. And I love that. Yeah. But there's some beautiful
And
contrast.
then
We got
you see
the
the
flaming
chaos
yellows at the
center.
top.
Yeah, and the yellows are those high, leave me alones, and
You got the
grays are
reds
the
going
high-
deep.
Yep.
And then we have symbolic language of music on top. I love it.
I was saying to my wife, I said, empty garbage before dad flips.
Empty garbage before dad flips. I've never heard. Every good boy, I've always heard that one. But
Everybody says it's a good point, but we decided to change it when we were in band to empty garbage before dad flips.
You're killing me. That's lovely. The one last thing is you put the symbols in backwards, right? At the top.
Yeah, they are.
Just so that we're going, oh, is the zoom flipped? No, it's not. Oh, no, the symbols,
I put them in backwards.
they're the right way around. They're just at the opposite ends where I might expect them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not above each other. Should
Not
be
above each
should
other.
be below.
Right. It's treble and bass clefs, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. I like that. Creates a bit of unexpectedness even in that symbol part of things. Okay. Let me see here. If there's anybody I haven't talked to Sharon yet. Right. Okay. Hang on.
I think I've got it on.
There you go. Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
closer back, or are we here? There we go.
That's better because it's covering up the light. Yeah, I'm loving
So,
the.
yeah, I've got some light that's
Oh, shit.
back there. But at any rate, this is my representation of a choir. So when you have your voices and where they blend, then you have harmony.
That's awesome.
But then I stuck this in the bottom. I wanted it to be a separate noise, kind of, sharp. And I was thinking a dog's bark. So if you had a dog and he was barking while you were singing, that's what it would look like.
That's pretty brilliant. Yeah, those overlapping tones are gorgeous. Absolutely.
So I tried to overlap the colors so that it would indicate the overlap of the voices.
Creates harmonies. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's really cool. And I do that dog's bark. That's a very intriguing concept. Well, okay. That's pretty much. Did I miss anybody? No. So one of the things I was thinking about afterwards is, and this relates to what I'm going to show you in mine, is that the often considered the very first abstract painter was Kandinsky, and his pieces often contained a lot of disparate colored elements, just kind of crazily strewn about. And there's some claim that he was a synesthete, and that is that he saw, when he heard music, he saw colors. And so that made the creation of abstraction just an absolute basic, it just made sense for him to go there. And I think in some ways my piece feels a little bit Kandinsky-ish. It also feels like I wasn't listening to the music that was coming in the room, that there was a different music in my head, and it might have been could have been a rave. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay. So, oh, I guess I better spotlight me. Okay, there we go.
That's absolutely beautiful, Randall.
Yep, I see the Music Man.
It's just gorgeous.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
It,
Love the colors.
I'm a sucker for color.
Lines.
And at the beginning, it was all disparate colors. Each section had its own color, and then the colors started to flow and create connections between all the different parts, and repetition. And then in the end, I looked for connections, points of connection, and kind of gave those a bit of emphasis.
It looks joyful and like something like Mardi Gras.
It could be a Mardi Gras band going on there. Someone said Music Man, so yeah, I could see that.
Man, 76 trombones.
It reminds me of an orchestra. It really does, like all the different styles of music.
There's a lot of different sounds going on there for sure.
Yeah.
That reminds me of weaving when you use all the different colors.
Who?
So like present weaving when like you use all the different colors to make one big beautiful masterpiece.
Okay.
She's referring to a different art form, something that I do. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So I haven't let loose like that in a while. And the things we've been doing have been a little more contained and peaceful and calm. And tonight, I guess my intention was I'm not going to follow my own rules necessarily. I'm going to play and just go wherever it leads me. And it was looking kind of ugly and separate. And then I just started to play with color and joy and just a bit of chaos. And yet there is a flow to it. Everything's flowing kind of together. So that was fun. That was inspiring for me. You guys, to me, every week I come away going like, wow, that's something I would not normally do. And it's added a bit more, another layer of joy and of arting to my life. And to hopefully that's the same thing's happening to you along the way. I'm not going to get into a long commercial. New Orleans style music, absolutely. Yeah, I can totally see that. I'm just saying I'm launching into my Learn to Draw course on Wednesday. It's the last chance to get in on it, and it's going to be about 2 months long, once a week. Actually, twice a week I'm available, but once a week for an hour and a half. We'll be getting together, and you go from scribbling through to drawing a portrait from life in the end. And I got some discounts for everybody. Somewhere in here I threw in the chat, I threw in the link, or you can just contact me. No pressure at all, and it won't be the last thing I'm doing at all. It's just kind of the start of a whole new thing, hopefully. Well, I gotta say, this is inspiring. I think I've said it before, but I think that I can honestly say it's our biggest crowd ever tonight. And that's kind of fun to see the growth. And so that's why we're like 15 minutes late finishing, because we had a few more people to look at, and I didn't want to cut the drawing short. And we did have one or two leave along the way. But I'm going to be posting here very shortly in the group, and I'd love to see, you can post yours as a comment to mine, or you can post your own comments if you want. But Arting with Randall, Arters group, that'd be a great place to see your work. And looking forward to next week. Monday is something that's going to keep on going. It may not always be Monday, depend if we all agree that there's a better time. But for now, this is what we're going to do, or I'm going to do, and you're welcome to join on a continuing basis. So everybody, I'm going to change back to my camera so I can say good evening to you all. Thank you for coming, for sharing from your heart, from putting yourself out there and then sharing, because I've always said that part is totally optional, but you do it beautifully, and we love and are inspired by the work that everyone's doing and sharing. It's great. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Thank you, Randall.
Night.
Thank you. Night.
Have a good night.